Hi and good morning. Today I'm going to record what we covered in yesterday's class. So we're going to start with Surya Namaskar A and B. I know that for yesterday we did 2A and 1B, but today I'm just going to do the normal standard practice Surya Namaskar. So we're going to do 5A and 3B just to warm up, and then we're going to take over of what we covered in yesterday's class, so you can use practice and you can understand the movement better. You can see how it goes all together, and then you can introduce that in your regular practice. Remember that if you have any questions, just send us a message. As you can see, I do have here a block and a strap. Remember that some of the poses were quite intense on the hamstrings yesterday. So if you have these two props close by, I will recommend them. If you don't have a block, you can use a folded blanket or cushion instead. And this strap, if you find very hard to straighten the leg, or just to grab your feet, you can use this strap. Okay, so let's go. If you do this in the morning, you will notice that it's a bit more hard to move. So let's start by doing the Surya Namaskar. So remember to come to the front of the mat into our Samastitihi. Feet together, palms facing the body, quadriceps engaged, belly in, chin parallel to the ground. And let's start inhaling, arms up. And on the exhale, I go forward. If I need to bend the knees, I do so. Inhaling, just come halfway up. And on this exhaling, just press the hands and step with jump back. Let's do the first Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into an up dog. And on the exhale, downward facing dog. We stay here for 5 breaths. Remember to really use the hands to grab the mat. Remember that external rotation of the shoulders so we don't hyperextend the elbows. And if you don't reach the mat with the heels, no worries, you can bend the knees and straighten your back. It's more important to have your back straight than your knees. Say one more inhale here. Full exhale. And then inhale, bend the knees, looking between the hands, and step, jump, float, or hop towards the front of the mat, feet together halfway up. And on the exhale, we release. And on the inhale, we raise all the way up, look towards the thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhaling, arms up. And on the exhale, let's bow forward and come all the way down. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling, press the hands and step back. Let's go into Chaturanga Dandasana. Hold it here. Exhaling, up dog. Tuck the toes. Down facing dog. And we hold it here for 1. Neck relaxed, jaw relaxed. You can say yes, you can say no. 3. Keep pressing down with the heels even if you don't reach. You can bend the knees, back straight. On the next inhale, looking between the hands, step, hop or float towards the front of the mat. Feet together halfway up. Exhaling down forward. And on the inhale, let's come all the way up. Palms together, exhaling, Samastitihi. Let's keep going. Inhale, arms up. And on the exhale, let's go down. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling, hands to the ground and step or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into an upward facing dog. And exhaling, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. And hold it here. 1. 2. Remember, we're breathing into the rib cage, not into the belly. 3. 4. And on the 5th one, looking between the hands, step, jump or hop towards the front of the mat, halfway up. Exhaling, release. And on the inhale, let's raise all the way up. And Samastitihi. 1 more, inhaling up. Exhaling, let's go all the way down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling, step or jump into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, halfway facing up. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Good. Remember, it's very important. The neck is relaxed, your jaw is relaxed. You can say yes, you can say no. Remember the external rotation of the shoulders, so squeeze those oranges. Your belly is in. Every time we exhale, the belly button goes towards the spine. We create a space on the belly. The bandhas are active. Remember to try to keep your Mula Bandha and Utthitahasta Bandha active the whole time. Looking between the hands, step, jump or flow towards the front of the mat. Come halfway up, long it back. Exhaling, release. Then raise all the way up. Exhaling, Samastitihi, last one. Inhaling out up. And on the exhale, we come all the way down. Inhaling up. Good. Exhaling, step or jump towards the back of the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into an up dog. Tap the toes, downward facing dog, and inhaling for one. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look forward. Step towards the front of the mat. Feet together, halfway up. Exhaling, release. And on the inhale, let's raise all the way up. Exhaling, Samastitihi. Let's go through to the Surya Namaskar A B. Inhaling to the pose. Exhaling, release. Inhaling, halfway up, straighten your legs. Exhale, step back, or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And on the exhale, let's go into down dog, but then let's bring the left foot 45 degrees. Right foot goes forward, and we raise into Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Exhaling, hands down, step back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, up dog. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Right foot goes 45 degrees, left foot comes forward. Inhaling, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhaling, hands towards the ground. Step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into an up dog. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And let's hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, looking between the hands. Step or jump, float, whatever you want to do towards the front of the mat, halfway up. Exhaling, release. And on the inhale, let's bend the knees and let's go back into our Utkatasana to your pose. Exhaling, Samastitihi. Again, inhaling up. Exhaling, release. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling, step or jump towards the back of the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into an up dog. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Let's go again to our warrior 1 with the right foot on the front. Exhaling, release. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling up. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Now, Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1 with the left foot forward. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Beautiful. Let's go down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into an up dog. And here comes the rest pose. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Whenever you will get used to practice Ashtanga, you will realize how downward facing dog is a resting pose. Take one more breath in. Neck and jaw relax. Breathe out. And then the next inhale, looking between the hands and step or flow towards the front of the mat, halfway up. Exhale, release. And on the inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Samastiti. Last one. Inhaling. Chair pose. Exhaling. Down. Inhale, long back, long neck. Exhaling, step or jump into Chaturanga Dandasana. Come halfway down. Sorry, yes. Inhale, up dog. Tap the toe. Down dog. Inhaling, the right foot goes to the front, and I continue exhaling to go up. And on the exhale, I go down. Remember, it's one breath, one movement. I inhale here. I release the air here. And on the inhale, I set up my whole warrior one. So I finish inhaling up here. And then I exhale, go into the whole Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathe in again into an up dog. And breathe out into a downward facing dog. I know it takes a while to get used to the breath. No worries if you need to take more breaths with the movements, but try to get used to the idea of Surya Namaskar is one breath, one movement. And on the next inhale, looking between the hands, step or jump into halfway up. We inhale here. Then we exhale. And on the next inhale, I'm sitting back on my chair and I release on Samastiti. Good. For this one, you might need the strap. Let's explore the different options. Remember, option 1, you can just do this. It's absolutely fine. Option 2, you can just grab your toe and straighten the leg. If this is too hard, but you still want to get the hamstring stretch, just grab your strap and, with not losing your balance, go forward. We're going to stay here. If you have like a good flexibility in the hamstrings, just try to bring the chin towards the shin. And let's hold it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We release. And now I start rotating my leg towards the side. Remember, I was telling you yesterday to externally rotate the leg. And then I look towards my left shoulder. If this is too much, extend the arm, okay? Remember that you can be using this strap or just holding your knee. Let's hold it for one more breath. And on the next inhale, we come towards the front of the mat again. I try to reach into shin, and then I just release. Stay here. I release my foot, point the toes, and just try to hold it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and release down. Perfect. We go straight into the other side. Remember your options. You can just grab your knee or use this strap. For those who want to go for the full version, just grab your big toe and extend the leg. You can stay here or you can bring your shin towards your shin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. Whenever you feel ready, you feel stable, let's start opening towards the side. And then you can look towards your right shoulder. Let's try to hold it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, let's go back to center. This one is difficult, especially if your hamstrings are short. Let's try to touch shin and chin, and let's release. And then point the toes. Remember the psoas and the quadriceps. 5, 4. Try not to lean back. Try to remain straight. I lost my count, so let's do 2 and 1. Beautiful. To me, this is still one of the most difficult poses in stand-up. Remember now, options. We can do the full half lotus, so I'm going to start with the options. You can do just 3 poses. If you find this pose very difficult, just do 3 poses. Working on your balance, and if you do 3 poses, just remember to keep pushing the knee that is bended towards the back, but don't allow your hips to go back to unbalance. Just remember to keep your hips square to the front, and you can just stay here. If you want to do like a one more step, just do a flamingo leg. Wrap your right arm behind. Imagine if you could hold your feet, and then just bow forward. Oops, got a little cramp. Just bow forward and just go as far as you can. If the far you can go is here, it's perfect. If you want to do full pose, let's open the hip, close the knee joint. Let's go into our half lotus. Remember that you can do the bind here, or if this is hard, let's bring the hand just behind. Bring the hand down, and now here you can do your bind. Ideally, the fingers and the toes go in one line, and the neck is relaxed. And we hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling, we come halfway up. We stay here. And on the exhale, we raise all the way up. And we undo the pose. For the other side, I'm going to do flamingo. So you choose your option. So I just cross the leg on top. I just pretend that I could do a bind. And now I just come as far as I can. If you want to stay in 3 poses, just by all means, just do so. And inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We just come halfway up, and then we come all the way up, and release the pose. And then we go ready for the first vinyasa. She's got a very long terrace, and she decides to stay on my mat always. So let's come to the front of the mat, inhaling arms up. And on the exhale, let's go all the way down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling hands to the ground, step back. Let's go Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into an up dog. Tap the toes and down with flex and go. And now here we're looking between the hands. We step, jump or float, and we straight away go into pose. And we just hold it here for 5. Remember remember to look down and see if you can see your toes. 2, 3, 4, and we release. And then we stay here, and with the bent knees, we just straight away step back into plank. Inhaling, exhaling, and then downward facing dog. Good. And now here the left foot goes 45 degrees and the right foot steps forward. And now we inhale into warrior 1. Just look for a second without losing your balance to your front leg. Check that you can see your big toe. So keep pushing the bended knee towards the side, okay? Don't let it go towards the center. And just hold it here, keep bending. And on the next inhale, straighten the legs. Now let's pivot the feet. And we twist. So we will bend towards the other side for 1. 2, we look towards the thumb. 3, 4. And on the feet, I leave the legs as they are and I just open my arm. Or if your foot was 45 degrees, you can move it parallel to the short end of the mat. The hips are open towards the side now. And again, I want you to be able to see your big toe. Both arms are active for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just straighten the left leg. And now let's pivot the feet. And let's go. Warrior 1. With the right leg on top. For 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 5th one, I just bring the hands down, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana, inhaling into now dog. Tuck the toes down with facing dog. And then I look towards the front. I step first the right foot, then I step the left foot, and then I sit down and extend the legs. Dandasana. So remember for Dandasana, we bring the legs together. The hands are next to the hips. The legs are really active, but I don't allow the heel to lift because you know the high breast and underneath. So I'm pressing down with the heels, okay? Just remember that. So I'm really activating, my legs are really strong. The chin comes slightly towards the chest. My pelvic floor and my belly is activated too, so I just grow slightly taller. And then I press the hands against the mat. And I hold this for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I release the hands, keeping the same engagement on the legs, keeping the same engagement on my bandhas. I'm gonna go forward and grab my big toes. Remember, if you don't reach the big toes, you can just grab your shins or just take this strap, okay? That you don't really need to push yourself much forward. So just grab your toes and let's release here. And just tap the chin slightly and hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th, I lift the chest. I exhale here, no movement. And on the inhale, I choose B or D, meaning B, I just grab the outside of my foot. That is enough for me. If you've got long hamstrings, you can go over your feet and just grab your wrists, or you can interlace your fingers, okay? So choose your version. If you still need to use the strap, do so. And now, on the exhale, we just release, tap the chin, but try to grow taller, okay? Remember what I was telling you, that every inhale, imagine that I'm just pulling your head up. And every exhale, we bring the belly button towards the spine, and we try to go slightly deeper. So we're just not hanging here. Every breath, we try to go slightly harder. That is the way we will manage doing that. By doing this, we manage to straighten our hamstrings. One more time. And now inhaling, just open the chest. And exhaling, we release the pose. Bring the hands next to the legs. Cross the legs. Now we bring the hands slightly further. We bring the weight towards the front and we step back. If you don't have a dog in the middle, just come down. Inhaling into an up dog. Tuck the toes down, facing dog. Remember now, we step the right foot towards the left wrist, the right foot behind, and we sit and we go back. Okay, so we're back in Dandasana, and now we are going to do the half lotus pose. So remember that I'm going to open my leg first. Oh, no, sorry. I'm just missing one pose. Sorry, I'm just bringing the hands behind my back. Fingers pointing towards the front. And now with the legs really active, remember the movement comes from the legs. I'm just pressing down with the heels and the hands. And I just send the hips up and the neck back. Internal rotations of the shoulders internal rotations of the legs. And just hold it here for 1, 2, try to touch your foot with the soles of your feet. 3, 4, and 5. Release, be careful bringing the neck back. Good. I just bend the legs, cross the legs, bring the weight forward, and then step back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling up dog, tug the toes, downward facing dog. Good. We step or jump forward, legs straight. Now I open the hip towards the side, close the knee joint, and just go for my half lotus. Please, if you feel any pain on the knee, remember the flamingo variation, okay? Now I twist in order to grab my foot. Once I twist, I make myself sure that I'm going back to center, so my hips are roughly on the same line. The left leg is really active, so the quadriceps, the kneecap is pulling up. And then I grab the outside of my foot and I bow forward as much as I can. And I hold it for 1. Here you can tuck the chin slightly. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling up, no movement. Exhale. Now I release the bind. I press the hands on the mat. Cross the legs. Let's go for Chaturanga. My God, this dog is making my life very difficult today. Inhaling into an up dog. Tug the toes. Downward facing dog. And let's go back to the other side. You won't believe that, but the dog has a beautiful little house just opposite of where I am, with a very nice comfy mattress, and still she decides to lie on my mat. With this side, I'm just going to do half, I'm going to do flamingo. So then I'm just going to wrap the arm behind, pretending, so I kind of know where's the feeling and the opening I get into the shoulder. And then I just grab my foot, and exhaling, I just go down and hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I inhale, come up, exhale here with no movement, and then I can just release this mess, come forward, go through vinyasa, inhaling into an up dog, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, and step or jump forward. Good. And now I'm just bending the right leg. Remember here, for those who had issues yesterday with this pose, sit on the block or sit on a folded blanket, but just try to keep both sit bones on the ground. The knee that is bended, the knee is protected because it's closed. The heel is pressing against my hip, and this leg is in line with the middle of my body, and is pretty active as well. So now I just grab the foot and just go forward here. That 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling, I come back up. Exhale, no movement. And on the inhale, I just undo my bend, cross the legs. Let's go over vinyasa. Inhale into an up dog. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And now let's again sit back down, and let's do the other side. So I bend the left knee. Try to keep your heel in touch with your hip. If you have knee problems, or if it's too much for the knee, remember that it doesn't need to be pointing forward. You can open it. There is no problem, okay? It's all about like hip openers. My right leg, I make sure the inside is in line with the center of my body and is active. And I make sure that I'm sitting on both sit bones, so I'm not like this. Okay, so if you need to sit on something, by all means, just please do so. And then grab your foot. Normally, we all do. We tend to tilt from one side. So let's try to keep, I know we don't have a mirror and it's just difficult, but let's try to keep your shoulders on line, okay? And let's keep breathing here. I keep breathing into my rib cage, now into my belly. And apply the same principle to every single pose. Every inhale, just try to grow taller. Every exhale, just try to go slightly deeper. It doesn't matter how deep we are. Some people here, like here, I'm not even too close to my leg and I feel like pretty deep stretch on my hamstring. Some people is more flexible and they need to be lying down completely. And some others will feel the stretch here. It's not a competition about who goes farther. It's about feeling this stretch on your hamstring and trying to make it more loose. On the next inhale, just come back up. Exhale here, no movement. And then on the inhale, I release, cross the legs, come forward. Dandasana, inhaling into an up dog. And then tap the toes down, facing dog. Look in between the front, in between the hands, sorry. And let's go with the beautiful Janusirsasana. First Janu, I open the hip, close the knee joint, and then I press the foot on my left thigh. Then I make sure that my hips are facing forward. So I do not consider to have the heel against your ground very important, to be honest, because I think it's more important to have your hips on a line. Sometimes when we press the heel against the ground, we tend to open towards the side. So we need to be on the line. And the knee should be like 90 degrees, but this is not exact match. So the knee should be just towards the side, okay? But keep making pressure in between your foot and the leg. They're just pressing against each other, and the left leg is active. And then I just go and grab my foot. And exhaling, I just sink into the pose. Tuck the chin slightly and hold it for 1, 2. Try to keep your shoulders equal. 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling, exhale here, no movement. Then release the pose, cross the legs, come forward, step back to Dandasana. Inhaling into an up dog, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Now let's step or jump towards the front of the mat and let's do the other side. So let's open the hip, bend the knee, press that foot against the right leg this time. My right leg is very active and my hips are square towards the front. Okay? And then now I just grab my foot, my shin, I use the strap if I need to. And exhaling, I just come into the pose. And hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling, come up. Exhale here. Inhaling, let's cross the legs. Dandasana. Inhaling into an up dog. Tuck the toes down, facing dog, and let's come towards the top. Okay, I didn't tell you this because I do not do it, but we should do it. Every time we just cross the legs and we go to the vinyasa, each time we should cross a different leg on top, okay? I always cross the right because the left is the one with the injury, so I'm kind of afraid to come and put weight to this one. But you should be crossing different legs each time, okay? So you get used to, because when you do proper Ashtanga, each vinyasa, one leg, when you jump, so you don't really step, you just jump front to back. Each leg each vinyasa has a different leg on top, but yeah, we will talk about that. So let's do Janusirsasana A B. So I start with A, and then I might just get into in a different way that isn't explained you yesterday, but I just bring the weight slightly forward. So instead of bringing my hands back and just go, I just bring the hands forward and lift my hips and sit on my heel in a beautiful pose. And then I keep the foot is really active. I really engage in my pelvic floor and my mula bandha. As you can see, my knee now is closing the angle, so it's not as open as before, but I shouldn't feel any pain on the knee, okay? And now by being here and activating my bandhas, I just grab my opposite foot and let's hold it here for 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling, come back up. Exhale, here, no movement. Bring the hands down. Being very careful, just sit back. Release the foot from underneath. And now just cross the legs. Come forward. Step back. Down. Inhaling into an up dog. Tuck the toes. Down facing dog. And let's step and sit back. I'm going to repeat here A because I cannot do it with the left leg. If you want to do for your Janu B, just go for it. If you have issues still with B, don't push yourself because I know this Janu means knee. So those are called basically the asanas of the knee, so they can be very intense. So please don't force it. If you cannot do it, just go for your A, and then we'll get here the stretch on the hamstring anyway, okay? So choose your variation, grab your foot, and exhale and sink into the pose. And let's breathe for 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Inhaling up. Exhale, no movement. And release. Let's go for the last one, guys. Let's come back to Dandasana. Inhaling up dog. Tap the tongue. Downward facing dog. Janusirsasana C. This is a party for the ankle. So let's open the hip first. Remember the ball and socket. Close your knee joint. Always the knee joint super protected. Yesterday, Isan, she explained you like a very cool way to get into, but I've never tried that one. I'm pretty scared to try it without her checking on me. So I'm just gonna get into the pose the way I do it. So I just grab my leg, but I don't pull, okay? I just grab my leg. I lift it. My knee joint is still closed, and then I place the toes on the ground, and then I can start bringing the weight slightly forward, but my knee didn't suffer any kind of weird twist. Okay, the heel should be close to your groin if possible, and the heel is pressing against the inner thigh. Okay, the left leg is active, and now I just grab as far as I go, and exhaling we get into the pose, and we inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling, just come up. Exhale, no movement. And just to get out of the pose, guys, please be very careful. Keep your knee close. Step back so you undo your weird twist on your ankle. And now we cross the legs. We send the weight forward. We step back. And now inhaling into an up dog. Tuck the toes down dog. And let's step for the last Janusirsasana C. Again, I'm going to repeat A here. So if you cannot get into B or C, I would recommend you just get used to the Janusirsasana A and start opening your hips that way. So don't go further if you think you cannot do it. Just please keep your knees safe. Remember to have your heels on a line. And then let's grab the foot and just bend into the pose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, let's go halfway up. Exhale here, no movement. And now we can just release, cross the legs, and then just come forward. Let's go for Vinyasa. Inhaling into an up dog, and exhaling down dog. Let's come back again to sitting. And let's do the last 3 sequences, okay? The last 3 poses that we didn't explain yesterday, but we did on the first class. So, I don't think she doesn't realize the size she has. And she just like sits on me thinking that she is very tiny dog. So, let's go into either cross-legged or full lotus or half lotus, okay? Just choose any variation. If you're going to do half lotus or lotus, please, I know we insist a lot, but open the hip, close the knee, and then just bring the foot into the hip crest, no, is it called? And never push this knee down, okay? With time, the hips will be opening and it will go down. I'm just going to do half lotus. So I'm just bringing the other leg down. This is the pose I'm going to do. You can do this, you can do full, you can do just cross-legged. Lotus will come with time. And now I'm just going to try to bring the hands back. If you can hold your big toes, do so. And if not, just stay here, okay? And now we're going to inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to bow forward. Maybe the forehead touches the ground, maybe it does not. We are supposed to be here for 10 breaths. I'm just going to count to 5. And let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling, chin to chest so I don't get dizzy. I come up. I release the arms, and now I do chin mudra, which means bringing the index and thumbs together, and the other 3 fingers are straight. I just bring the palms on top of my knees. I tuck the chin against the chest, not too much, but just enough. And I also activate the Ardhabaddha, which is the throat block. So I'm activating my 3 bandhas. So I'm engaging my pelvic floor and my core, and I'm just blocking my throat. And I'm just looking towards my nose. And I'm inhaling and exhaling with sound, okay? And let's do this for 5. And release. And the very last one, I just keep the legs as they are. I just bring the hands next to my hips. I bring the knees towards me. If you do lotus, actually this will be way easier. And now I just lift my bum. If you don't do lotus, obviously one leg is not going to lift. But I just try to hold here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. With care, just undo your half lotus or your full lotus. And let's do to the very last vinyasa. So let's bring the weight forward, hands down, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into the top, tug the toes, downward facing dog. And now let's step the feet, and you can just go and relax into your Shavasana. So I'm going to say goodbye here. Just when you go to your Shavasana, please your legs, let them be open and completely relaxed towards the side. Your palms are facing up, chin is slightly towards the chest, so you can have your spine long. And if you have any question, please send us a message. Stay here in between 5 and 10 minutes. Really enjoy your Shavasana. Make yourself heavy and absorb everything we have been practicing. I'll see you next Thursday. Namaste. Thank you very much.